Hey guys, okay, I've got a new light that attaches to my phone, but like when you click it on, it wants to take a photo, like it wants to take a picture. Anyway, so forget all that. Hopefully this lighting is good. I've got it on the lowest setting so that it makes it light but doesn't drown out the natural lighting. So anyway, okay, so what I've got today is a foundation to try. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Shine Free and Balance Foundation. For combination skin, it's their stick foundation with, what is that thing called? It should say on here somewhere. With Anti-Shine Power Core. So on the inside, there's a little, I don't know if you can see, there's a little core of, I don't know, is it power or powder core? I thought it said power core. Okay, so there's powder on the inside. I have got the shade Ivory 115, which was not the lightest shade, but I decided to get it, use that one because, oh, are you kidding me? Well, I don't have a sponge because, I don't know why actually. I got it all ready to go. I must have left it on my bed when I picked up my bucket of stuff. Anyway, so I don't have a sponge today, so I'm just going to use the brush. Alright, so again, I don't think this was the lightest shade because I'm not my lightest right now. I feel like I've got a little bit of color, so this actually looks like it's going to be too dark, though. Like on camera right now, it's looking lighter than it's looking in real life. In real life, it's looking, I don't know, yeah, you can kind of see the difference. I don't know, we'll see. Sometimes these are not true to, no, too dark. It feels very creamy going on though. It's not tugging at all. Alright, so let's go ahead and do one side and then we'll see what we've got. Underneath this brush it feels really slippery and almost powdery slippery like, kind of like what I consider silicone feels like. It's almost like it feels powdery slippery. I don't know if anyone's gonna understand what I mean by that. If you do, put it in the comments. Like dry slip, not like wet slip. Yeah, it feels like dry slip, not like wet slip. Okay, so getting a good representation here. It's covering okay, but I mean you can see these are pretty similar. I'm getting a tiny bit of coverage, but not a ton. So that's just to give you an idea of the difference. Let's go ahead and do the other side, and I'll do a second layer just to see if we can build this up and how we can build it up. Stick foundations are pretty convenient, I feel like, because they're very portable. You just draw it on. You don't have to shake them up, you know, they're just ready to go right out of the tube. But I mean, it's a cream foundation, and any cream you have, even a cream inside of a compact, is still a cream, you know, so it's still going to be a pretty similar quick, easy application type. The problem that I have is because my skin is very oily, is that it's, first of all, it's a cream, so a cream is going to make me more oily for the most part usually. It feels really nice though. It doesn't feel tacky at all, but it does still feel a little moist. So I powder everything, but if you have dry skin, you might not need to powder this. You might not want this if you have dry skin though, but depending on how you feel about powders, I always powder, so it's not a big deal for me to powder. Let me put a second layer on. Give you guys a good look. It's looking a little bit, this light might be making my skin look a little bit lighter than it actually is in real life. In real life, this is a pretty decent shade match when you blend it out. Yeah, it's not bad at all for shade. But this was not the lightest shade. So keep that in mind. It's Ivory 115. I think there was a porcelain shade that was lighter than this. So for my wintertime skin tone, I might need a lighter shade if I was to go and pick this up or keep this in my collection. I might want a lighter shade for wintertime. As it is at this point, sometimes by the time I get home and look in my at-home mirror, which is sort of a mixture between artificial light and natural daylight, because I have large windows in my room that let in a lot of natural light. Sometimes that's actually I can better tell the lighting or the shade and stuff in that kind of lighting than even in my car lighting. Alright, so yeah, it's looking, I think because of this little ring light that I have, it's like my face is looking a lot lighter than my neck. It's in real life, it's not lighter at all. It's pretty spot on. But let me give you guys a close-up for coverage. Sometimes too, like with artificial lighting like this, it washes you out and makes you look like you're getting better coverage than you actually are. But you can see like my pigmentation here is still showing through. This side is never as bad. I feel like this side is always worse as far as pigmentation, and it is because I've got some here and I don't have any here at all, or at least not much. So yeah, so I would give the coverage to be with one layer kind of light coverage. Two layers, I would say, I don't know, about medium. I have got a little dry patch right here that it's wanting to stick to. Yeah, looking at my skin close up, it's transferring all over, and I really tried to buff it in really well with that brush, and it's still just kind of, I think if you have dry skin, you will not like this at all. I, at this point, am not liking it because it's just like sitting on top of my skin, and I just feel like I want to keep trying to buff it in, and it just won't. It just keeps smearing here, smearing there. It doesn't feel like it's kind of working it into my skin. It just looks like it's sitting right on top. I'll continue to wear this for the rest of the day. Again, the shade was fine. I have really oily skin, so I don't know if that will make a difference for later on. But I'll wear this for the rest of the day, and I will update my thoughts in the description below. Tell you guys how I liked it, how the coverage looked, the shade looked, anything that I like or don't like about the foundation. I'll update in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Oh, this light.